Hello, welcome to this guided tour of my zoo. My name is Wirian, also known as Yella. All the animals in this zoo were chosen by friends and family. If you're looking for a specific animal, check the description for the timestamps. I will show the habitat of the chosen animal for a few minutes and tell a little fact about that animal. If you want to watch it all, stay here. If not, check the timestamp. Without further ado, I really hope you enjoy. Thank you for watching, and let's begin. We start with the meerkat. The meerkat, chosen by my mother, Paulina, is a very curious little creature. They're very small, very energetic. They can often be seen in their sentry position, which is when they stand upright with the little arms. It's very cute. But did you know that meerkats also are very effective pest control? In South Africa, on a lot of farmland, meerkats are kept as pest control. This is because they're very effective at killing rodents and insects and the like, and they keep all the crops nice and safe. So they're not just cute, they're also very effective killers. Next, we rotate towards the raven. Juvenile ravens are some of the most playful bird species on the planet. They like to slide down snowbanks, seemingly just for fun. They even engage in games with other species, such as wolves and otters and dogs. And they like to play catch me if you can. Now onto our southern white rhinoceros, chosen by Hannah. With only 18,000 left in the wild, they are considered near threatened. But it is still considered the most numerous rhino species. 93% of those that are still living are living in South Africa. Although the southern white rhinoceros has no natural predators, besides humans, they have been seen with scars resulting from hyena fights. But they are not often hunted by them. Before we leave this area, we shall visit our group of ostriches. A great choice from Viega. Contrary to popular belief, ostriches do in fact not bury their head in the sand to hide from a predator. Instead, what they do to hide from predators is they lie very flat against the ground, and their body almost blends perfectly with the horizon and the dust. African penguins. African penguins are critically endangered, with only 19,800 living in the wild today. African penguin eggs were seen as a delicacy up until the 1970s. This contributed to the species' decline. They are a flightless bird that mainly lives and nests in the coasts and cliffs of Africa. The African penguin is also known as the jackass penguin due to its donkey-like cry. A lovely choice. Thank you, Haley. Starting with our first animal not found in Africa. Piranhas are native to South America. Jan chose this animal as a kid because he loved to draw them for school because of their very simple shape. Jan chose the western lowland gorilla, also known as gorilla. They are housed with the Red River hog, which provides a lot of enrichment and interaction for the both of them. Luckily, both of them are still able to avoid one another because the gorillas climb and the river hogs prefer wetter areas. Gorillas are incredibly important for the forests in which they live. Because of their feeding and roaming behaviors, they disperse a lot of fruit seeds. While the Red River hogs are known to follow foraging chimpanzees and gorillas in order to pick up food they drop. Altogether, they make perfect harmony. The Markhor, chosen by Isa. It's a very large goat that lives in Central Asia. The word Markhor stems from Persian and other Iranian languages, and it means snake eater. This is due to the fact that they believe that these goats prey and consume snakes. It's quite handy to have around, if you ask me. Unease and baboons. Name a more iconic duo. Hamadryas baboons are opportunistic omnivores and will eat anything from grasses to seeds to fruit to fish, even carrion, and even fresh meat from birds, small monkeys, and young antelopes. In human populated areas, they have also been seen raiding waste bins for food and eating crops from farms, and they prey upon poultry and goats. They are quite the little pest. The mute swan, from Sebastian. A common animal connected to maternity and love, but they are also known for their power, often seen as a goose with the power to back up its confidence. These at our zoo are very tame, however, hence we see them roaming the playground freely here. Mute swans are highly intelligent and have been known to bear grudges, so I would watch out. Hannah chose the greater flamingo, which, of course, as we all know, is way better than the lesser flamingo. Parent flamingos can identify their chick's cry from within a crowd of 1,000 other flamingos. They are also quite an old animal on this planet. The earliest form of flamingo have been seen 40 million years ago in the fossil record. Now, we move on to one of the biggest complexes in this zoo, Hannah's reptile house. Here we house various snakes and iguanas, but our main attraction is the Cuvier's dwarf caiman. They are housed together with the snakes, because in some cultures it is believed that an amulet made from a dwarf caiman's tooth protects you from snake bites. So, we really hope that that's true, because otherwise the zoo might be in a little bit of danger. Ellie's Bat House, not to be confused with Bath House. We house Egyptian fruit bats and the spectacled flying fox. The Egyptian fruit bat is a highly vocal species. They've been found to have a rudimental language and communication. They use this to talk mainly about where and what the food is. Meanwhile, the spectacled flying fox can have colonies for up to 50,000 individuals. I wouldn't want to have a birthday party with those people. Now onto the American bison. The American bison is the largest land animal in North America, and it can run up to 35 kilometers an hour. They've been observed rubbing themselves against strong smelling trees such as cedars or pines, and this is believed to deter biting insects. Thank you so much, Julia, for this very impressive pic. Wow. Carl chose the Eurasian lynx for us. The Eurasian lynx is an extremely quiet animal, except during the mating season, where they will vocalize a lot in order to locate and attract mates. Due to the wide distribution of the Eurasian lynx, there are multiple described subspecies. Although definitive subspecies placement can often prove very difficult due to the overlapping ranges and similar appearances of those lynxes. The Racoon, a trash panda. The black mask around the raccoon's eyes improves their vision. It does this by absorbing all the excess light to reduce glare and help them see in the dark. In a lot of languages, they are called washing bears. This is because they are known to wash their food in water before eating the meal. Thank you so much for this pic, Ari. The Timberwolf. The Timberwolf pack we have is in super healthy condition, and we have an active breeding and rewilding program going on at this zoo. Some are named after Kieran's dogs. Wolves in cold countries can withstand temperatures of negative 40 degrees. When it's this cold, Wolves lie close to the ground and use their tails as muffles over their face to try and protect their snout from freezing. So cute. The grizzly bear was Alexander's choice. The hump visible on the grizzly bear's back is a large amount of muscle that the bear uses when digging dens or hunting prey. This is important because they are able to gain up to 180 kilograms of weight when preparing for hibernation. And no, hibernation is not a single super nap, even if that would be amazing, but it's rather an extreme form of preserving energy. And yes, they do sleep as much as possible. This animal is in honor of my dog Nala, a creature that is just as funny looking. The Saiga antelope's nose is thought to be adapted to filter out dust in the hot summers of the deserts where they live in, which are mostly in Asia. When trading rhino horns became illegal, Saiga antelope horns became more in demand and were often used as rhino horn substitutes in traditional medicine. This was even actively encouraged by rhino conservationists. However, now the Saiga antelope is worse off because of it. The gray seal is Vlad's favorite animal at the zoo. They are super energetic and they can be trained for shows. Gray seal pups suckle from their mothers for only 2 weeks after birth, and in that time they triple their body weight. And when they are older, they will almost never have to drink again. This is because gray seals do not need to drink water. They get all the water they need through metabolizing the fish that they eat. That's quite neat. Mike's red kangaroos, the perfect baby making machines. You can figure out which one's which. Female kangaroos may be pregnant, have a newborn joey in their pouch, and have an older joey still milk feeding from them all at the same time. They can also store fertilized eggs and delay getting pregnant until their previous joey has left the pouch. This is called embryonic diapause. Kirk's Dik Dik, or in this zoo, Emma's Dik Dik. Native to eastern and southern Africa, Kirk's Dik Diks is a small antelope adapted to live in open grasslands. Dik Diks are named because the alarm call that they sound, which is like a whistled Dik Dik. The Kirk comes from John Kirk, a British explorer and diplomat. The Bengal tiger is a majestic addition made by Masumi. It can live in all kinds of environments, including grasslands, forests, and mangroves, and it will hunt large prey such as cloven-hoofed animals like goats, deer, and cows. Of the 2,500 wild Bengal tigers, 400 of them live in the coastal mangroves of Bangladesh, and they are reported to be half the weight of the main tiger population. Researchers believe that this may be because the deer prey found there are themselves way smaller than normal, and provide less food for the tigers because of it. Deyanira's koalas. It was a hard pick, but here it is. We have a koala hospital on our zoo grounds. Here we take in koalas in need of rescue, mainly for health problems or injuries through forest fires and the like. Due to the low nutritious content of eucalyptus and how difficult it is to digest, koalas' joeys will feed from their mother's feces before moving onto the raw leaves. This is easier to digest and also introduces bacteria that can assist the breakdown of eucalyptus leaves into the joey's digestive system. Koalas are also the animal that sleeps the most. It's 20 hours a day. That's like 4 days of being awake. Where can I sign up to be a koala? With 5,000 left in the wild, Karina has chosen the giant otter. The indigenous Amazonian Tupi word for giant otter is, and I'm gonna butcher this, Ariranya? I think that's it. I'm pretty sure that's it. Which translates as water jaguar. However, that doesn't mean you can't feed them with their paw hole because they're really, really nice. Please enjoy them. Markhor has chosen the marabou, which is combined with our fossil display. Birds are the only living relatives of dinosaur we know of way back when. Well, and the other reptiles, of course. Marabou storks are also attracted to grass fires, and they will march in front of the advancing fire to grab any fleeing animals. If that's not a dinosaur move, I don't know what is. Hannah's favorite animal of all time, the Okapi. Even though they are elusive, this unicorn was thought to be fake for a long time by the Western world. Okapis can retract their eyeballs into their skull to protect their eyes when traveling through thick undergrowths. Newborns do not defecate for the first month of their life. This is to prevent predators from, finding them, smelling their poo-poo. Well, it's quite clever. There's not a single bird in this aviary, but rather a mix of them. Kanan loves the sound of visuals of an aviary, and I'm sure we all feel the same. There's just something quite tranquil about the sound of birdsong and the pretty colors. I hope we can all take it in. In honor of Martia, the various lemurs and other primates in this habitat are just electric. All of them hailing from Madagascar. Madagascar broke off from Africa at the same time as India did. But as India drifted up, Madagascar was left behind. The word lemur is derived from a Latin word, lemurs, meaning spirits or ghost. This is because they can have quite haunting sounds deep at night in the forest. These red giants are the largest tree dwellers in the world. The name means person of the forest in Malay. The Bornean orangutan population has declined by 60% in the last 60 years. Let's hope we can fight to take them back into the wild. They are my own favorite animal. The orangutans can use tools with their mouths, unlike how gorillas and chimps and we use it with our hands. Their mouth is so dexterous. Gorgeous. Edward's brown-throated sloth, the seventh sin in the Bible. Brown-throated sloths eat very tough, nutrient-poor leaves. They have multi-chambered stomachs, similar to that of a cow. That allows them to ferment and break down this material for more efficient digestion. The fur of the brown-throated sloth contains a unique symbiotic ecosystem of algae and fungi. Some of these are antibacterial, antiparasitic, and anti-carcinogenic. I think I said that right. Do not cite me on that. Do not let me know how that's pronounced. I do not care. Anyway, cute sloth. the giant Galapagos tortoise. They are found on many different islands in the Galapagos chain. Who could have figured? It is believed that they travel to various islands by passively floating there. Their shells are buoyant, and their long neck allows the tortoise to breathe air as they float. They are here in honor of my grandmother, Lou. The little penguin, also known as the blue penguin, are here for Celtra. A little penguin may travel up to 1,000 kilometers before its first birthday. Each little penguin has a unique call, and monogamous pairs use these calls to identify each other. Very cute. Racoon provides us with the Baird's tapir, native to South America. They have 5,500 left living in the wild and are endangered. A group of tapirs is known as a candle. I don't know why, but I thought it was really funny. They are also excellent swimmers and spend a large part of their day in the water. When swimming, they can use their prehensile snout as a little snorkel. That's pretty neat. The butterflies taste with their feet. Bet you didn't know that that would be on your I learned this today card. This is because they don't have tongues. They do have a proboscis that many people think is a tongue, but it's like having lips, like being a very, very long tube. They are also key pollinators, so they're super important. This was my zoo. Thank you so much for waiting for me to make this. I've been very busy doing a lot of stuff. I'm really happy to show you all it. I hope you liked your animal. If you wanted an animal and it wasn't here, I'm sorry. I probably asked you, or I didn't. As you see, there were already 35 different animals here, and it was a pain up my butthole, and I really enjoyed it. There's some workshop items in here if you want to see, like, hey, was this habitat made by you, or did you use workshop items? Just ask me, I can let you know. And I really, really hope you enjoyed, and have a good day. Goodbye.